In IELTS writing and speaking, it is better to exhibit your skill by using the idioms and phrases, but apt it should be because idioms and phrases, it is a group of words. Linguistically, it is different, whereas no, the meaning that it gives is individual meaning is entirely different. The literal meaning is entirely different. So, if you are using idioms and phrases, you have to understand it correctly, aptly. You have to use, which could hike your score both in the speaking as well as in the writing. For example, there is an idiom called under the weather. Under the weather, meaning for that is feeling ill or unwell or getting cold. So you can use this particular idiom under the weather when you want to express that you are unwell. For example, in a sentence, you can say that I am feeling a bit under the weather, which means you are unwell, you are feeling cold, or you are ill. That is the meaning. So, next one, cold feet. The idiom is cold feet. Cold feet, which means that becoming nervous. So, the meaning for cold feet, the idiom, the real meaning for that is becoming nervous. So, you could say that. It was always becoming nervous. If you say it was I was always on cold feet when I face interviews. I was always on cold feet when I face interviews. So the next to that is apple of my eye. So the idiom apple of my eye, which means that someone to whom you are fond of, someone who loves you to the core, pamper you, cajole you, fond of, love you to the extent that is called apple of my eye, that you are loving someone or someone is loving you. So you could say that I am always apple of my father's eye, which means you are your father's favorite. So the next is set the record straight. The fourth idiom, set the record straight, which means you have to clarify. You should be clear or you should be straightforward. You have to reveal the truth. So, which means the law and order should record straight. So which means you could use it in a sentence. The law and order should set the record straight, which means they have to always reveal the truth, they have to be clear, and they have to give justice. That's the meaning we could say. And the next one, fifth idiom, kill two birds with a stone. Kill two birds with a stone. The meaning for that is you can achieve two results by doing one thing. So you can get, by doing one thing, you can get two results. For example, I can say that if you are good at studies, definitely you could be the top notch in your career as well as in your academics. So to kill no, two birds with a stone, you could use it for children studying students. You could say that you must learn to kill two birds with a stone to be successful, which means that you have to achieve academically as well as career oriented. That meaning we could say. Next one, snowed under. Snowed, snowed, snowed under, it is an idiom. Meaning for that is to be busy. So you could use, my father seems to have been snowed under for the last few weeks. Or you could say that I am snowed under for the last few months. So which means that you are quite busy, literally busy, snowed under. And next to that, the idiom, we could call it as to break someone's bubble. To break someone's bubble, which means you can do or say something that proves someone else believes or not true, which means the faith. Maybe someone think that what they are doing, what they are thinking is right, but you are proving to that person what is their belief is not correct, what they think, what they do, what is their assumption is not true. They are not getting the correct information. So you could say that I want to break the bubble when he says about the politics. which means politics is not an easy task for anyone to understand. So you can use to break someone's bubble, because politics is something person to person it differs. So some might not interested in politics, some might be interested in politics. So the people depends on their understanding, their knowledge, their exposure. It could give different meaning according no, to their understanding of the politics. So to break someone's bubble, which means you are trying to prove to someone what is their belief, what is their understanding is not true, or giving a kind of clarity to that person. That is the meaning. And next to that, you could say walk on eggshells. So walk on eggshells, which means to be very careful with your actions and words. So you have to be extra cautious, you have to be careful, you have to always analyze the pros and cons whenever you are talking, addressing something in the public, or creating some kind of a hype, either in the media or among your friends group or WhatsApp group. So you have to be careful, you should measure your words. That is the meaning. Walk on shells. So you could say that my mother always advises me to walk on eggshells in the public places. So you could say my mother always advises me to walk on eggshells in the public places, which means she is advising you to follow the norms, the do's and don'ts in the public places, adhere to the public civic sense. So in the public place, what is the do's and don'ts that you have to follow. And next to that, bite the bullet. This is the idiom, bite the bullet. Meaning for that is you have to finish something in no matter how unsatisfying or unpleasant. You have to do something immediately. So you have to finish it, bite the bullet. So which means something, you could say that my boss ordered me to bite the bullet, hook or crook, which means finish the target no matter about, don't bother about the outcome, do the work assigned to you, bite the bullet, which means finishing something no matter how unsatisfying or unpleasant it is. Get something over with, which means complete the assigned task. So that is the meaning. So next to that, you can say make two ends meet. Make two ends meet. That is an idiom. Make two ends meet. Meaning for that is to have just enough money for all your needs. So which means you should have the sufficient fund. So you have to earn to meet the ends. So as a sentence, you could say that my single mother struggles hard to make two ends meet. My single mother struggles hard to make two ends meet, which means she is struggling hard in order to earn sufficient money to run the family. Make two ends meet. That is the meaning. And next to that, very important which is misunderstood. Actually, this idiom, when you hear it as an idiom, you feel that it is something wrong. You're cursing, or you are just wishing that person not to be successful. Actually, this is the idiom, break a leg. Break a leg. Actually, it is sounding in a negative way, but the real meaning for that is good luck, used instead of good luck. So the teacher asked us to break a leg at the annual day dance, which means that all the best. So break a leg, which means you are saying good luck, or all the best, all the success, whatever you are saying. So break a leg, which means you are wishing someone good luck. But as an idiom, it sounds negative way. It is like pessimistic way you are saying something. But the outcome, the real meaning of that, the critical meaning of that, the literal meaning of that is break a leg, which means you are saying someone good luck. So you are wishing someone to be successful. It is a wish in a positive, in an optimistic way. So the teacher asked us to break a leg at the annual exam. That you could say. And next to that, through thick and thin. Through thick and thin, which means someone who is always in your ups and downs. Thick and thin, ups and downs, almost both are giving the same meaning. At all times, somebody who is available in all your good as well as bad times, who is always available. So you could say that choose your friends who could be always in your thick and thin, in your ups and downs. That is the meaning. Next one, beat around the bush. So which means, come to the point. So don't say something indirectly. So you could say that my boss ordered me not to beat around the bush. My boss ordered me not to beat around the bush, which means boss demanded you to come to the point directly. That is the meaning. And one more thing I would like to say and conclude, to be at loggerheads with someone. To be at logger, loggerheads with someone, which means you have a lot of disagreement or a conflict or a fight or a quarrel with someone. So you could say that my friend always has loggerheads with his parents. My friend always has a loggerheads with his parents, which means he has a lot of fight or disagreement with his parents. And last, short and sweet, uh, pretty penny. It is pretty penny. Meaning for that, the idiom pretty penny, meaning for that is expensive. So you could say that traveling to European countries is pretty penny. Traveling to European countries is pretty penny, which means expensive. I hope these idioms and phrases could be helpful to you.